Let's start with the Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit, S tier. Best Queen's pawn opening you could possibly play, everybody loves to play it. Bonus points if you play an exchange, and extra bonus points if you play the Queen's Gambit itself. Next, the London. Why? Why would you play the London? There's like so many openings out there, and you want to choose the London. Do you not have anything better to do with your life? There's a tiny exception to the Jobava London though, so there's that. Next, Trampowski. Trampowski, give this A tier. It's the one opening that can be a bit offbeat, but it still works. Next, Vienna. Vienna, give that C tier. It's not really the best in my opinion. Like, just play a regular King's Knight. There's no need to bring the Queen's Knight out. Next, King's Gambit. King's Gambit, C tier. I give it C tier because, well, I would give it F, but respect for actually taking chances in your game and to play a really exciting game, so C tier for that. Next, English opening. English, we give that A tier. It's the one opening that is not a King's Pawn, not a Queen's Pawn, but it still works, and nobody preps for it. It always catches them off guard and makes for interesting games, so A tier for him. Italian game, B tier. It's just a very basic opening. Like, I am pretty sure that every beginner plays this opening by accident. Next, Roy Lopez, or Spanish for you people. F tier. I don't like it. Play something better. You don't need to follow the meta. Next, Scotch game. S tier, right to the top. My favorite opening. S tier. Bonus points if you play the Goring Gambit or my double pawn sack Gambit, but the Potter is fine as well. Next, the Numzo Indian. Numzo Indian, S tier. Why play into a Queen's Gambit if you don't have to? Play the Numzo. You get your fighting chances, you know. Next, Benko Gambit. I think Benko Gambit, it's a tough one, but I'm gonna settle for C tier. I respect the fact that you're trying to gambit as black to get an aggressive game, but there are so many better openings you can play. Like, this is so risky. But it works where it works, but it's too risky for my taste. Next, the Bogo Indian. I'm gonna put that at F tier. Bogo Indian offer players that play the Numzo Indian, and white doesn't want to play into the Numzo, but black wants to play the Numzo anyway. Yeah, you are not playing the Numzo anymore. You are playing the Bozo opening. Next, the Caro-Kann. Caro-Kann, give that B tier. Caro-Kann, very simple opening, very solid opening, very beginner friendly. It works. Next, the Dutch defense. To all the people that play the Sicilian defense, the Dutch is not the Sicilian against the Queen's Pawn. It's a totally different opening. Don't convince yourself of a lie. This is not a reverse Sicilian sort of thing. It's really not. Next, French defense. This would be beautifully between S or A tier. I'm gonna give it an A tier. The French is a beautiful opening. It's simple, and it's the one opening where black can actually get aggressive and put up a fight. Next, the Grunfeld opening. S tier. I've never played this opening in my life, but dang, I respect an opening that can willingly give the center to white and still put up a really good fight. Next up, we've got the King's Indian defense. F tier. If you're gonna play as black and you're gonna play King's Indian defense, why would you willingly give up the center? Well, I know I just mentioned the Grunfeld that can give it up, but the Grunfeld works. What are you doing over here? You're giving your opponent everything. Next up, modern defense. F tier. More or less the same as before. Next, Perk. These are literally the same openings as far as I'm concerned. King's Indian, modern defense, Perk. What is the difference? You're just brothers from the same mother. Anyways, next opening. The Queen's Indian Defense, S tier. Remember when I mentioned the Bogo Indian? Well, do not try to play that, just play the Namzo in the Queen's Indian Defense instead. It's a much better alternative if you cannot get your Namzo. It's beautiful, just try it. Next up, Scandinavian, C tier. An early Queen opening that somehow works, but it's not the greatest out there. And next up, Sicilian, S tier. You've gotta play the Sicilian if you're trying to put up a good fight. You'll have to. Bonus points, by the way, if you play an accelerated dragon. Sicilian, beautiful opening. Next up, the Slave Defense, F tier. Why are you willingly choosing to play a boring game? Play an opening that keeps the game exciting. Why would you want to make a boring game? Please, just play the Queen's Gambit declined at that point. Why you want to play a Slave Defense?